Welcome back to another episode of Thinkers and Drinkers with Cigars. I'm Rich.
And I'm Luke.
Jason is out of town for the next couple of weeks, so we've got the famed Mr. Bucklebottoms, Luke, our facts checker, to step in tonight.
You know, you say that so nicely, but I thought I was like the third call. Like, by the way, if you're not doing anything,
oh, we called like 4 other people.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure I wasn't the first call.
No, you were 5.
Okay, perfect. Because I know Nikki is not here, and I figured I was not number 1 on the list.
So welcome to the show.
Well, I appreciate it. It's a whole other way to see it from this angle.
Yeah,
I'm used to
usually
seeing
over
the
there.
other side. Yeah.
So you don't like bourbon, and it is a hot night.
It is a very hot night.
So I thought we'd do a Havana night.
I can't ask for anything more.
Cheers with some mojitos and some Camacho Cigars. This is the Connecticut Churchill.
Okay.
And the reason why I picked this out is because you've been asking me, and you're the cigar aficionado, not me. You've been smoking cigars for like 20-something years. But you stick to pretty much a handful.
I do.
And we do try a lot. So I did some research on this one, and it's a light wrap. It's supposed to be a mild to medium body, which I think it is. It's a good taste. So I picked this one out to go with this, and for you to try a hot summer day golfing cigar. To try to sway you on it.
And I appreciate it, because I know you guys are checking a lot of different cigars. And as you know, I personally, if I was walking through the shop or looking at different cigars, I probably would not necessarily pick something like this. So I'm glad I'm trying it, because I like the thicker, bolder, bigger cigars. But I'm really liking the taste of this cigar, and maybe I need to kind of open up my horizon here.
It does have it's creamy smoothie. It is a different
very
flavor.
much smooth. Yeah, it's a little hard when I'm on the golf course. It's 110 degrees out, and I'm smoking a big, thick, more wintry cigar. I will say that. So that's why I wanted to know, when you guys are out at Monte Cristo and different places, hey, what do they recommend for more of a summer cigar?
So I did my research for you on this one.
Well, I appreciate it. 4th on the list, but at least you did the right cigar. So
5th.
Fifth. Okay. I was trying to get a little higher up on the...
I don't think it's going to slide past me, buddy. Did a little twist on the mojito. Not much of a twist. I used the regular clear rum.
Yep.
But then I threw in some of the coconut rum.
I knew there was a little bit of difference. And a little fun fact is, yes, I am a beer guy, but I absolutely love mojitos. And my wife and I, when we go out, we call it a mojito night, because it's more than one mojito. So you have mojito nights.
See, in South Florida, this drink is everywhere. That they have picture of mojito nights.
Yeah.
Mojita. Why did I say it like that?
Mojito.
Like I'm Russian. Mojita. And, you get your picture of mojitas. Did I say it again? Mojitas.
Yeah.
Mojita.
Mojito. There's a toe at the end of the mojito.
I got to roll my M's.
Yeah. You're not doing very good over here. Mojita. It's not a margarita.
Yeah,
it's a mojito.
It's the lady form of the mojito.
That might be the extra little bit of rum, or the coconut.
That's the coconut speaking right now.
Yeah, definitely. I would go there, but I would really harm somebody.
And I did a little research on this drink, and there's conflicting stories.
Really?
Yeah. There's one where it started in the 16th century with Sir Francis Drake, when he was sailing over, and his crew made this drink to combat scurvy on the trip over.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Then there's another one where a restaurant in whenever Hemingway was around.
Okay.
In 1920s, so he around World War II. And he went to this restaurant called the La Boguerita del Medio, I think. I'm probably butchering that. And he discovered this restaurant. Yeah. Roll my M's. And they claim they created this drink, and then Hemingway discovered it there, and then I think he wrote it in a book, and then it became.
So it's funny that you say that, because the story that I always knew, and where I wouldn't say they're always great, because stories are great retold, and so as the story progresses and goes down through the generations, it slightly changes, and sometimes it may be more elaborate to make it more exciting. Who wants to say, oh, I ordered a drink and bartender randomly found mixture. But I've always heard it was pirates on the boat had just a little bit of rum left, and they were trying to stretch it, so that's when they made the mojitos.
Oh, yeah, because they had the soda.
Well, I don't know.
Which is something that
I don't. I don't know how they would carry.
I'm sure they didn't get club soda on the 16th century.
I would wonder if you could ever find a original 16th century recipe,
or a guy from around there. You could just ask him.
Do you know how old 16th century would be?
It's like 9 years ago.
No, I was not even born in the 16th century.
I'm older than you.
This is true. You are older than me by 2 months.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I did a little research on rum itself, and it was the slaves in the Caribbean. Rum comes from the Caribbean. They found that when they were processing the sugar, there was the molasses, which was the byproduct.
The byproduct.
And they were able to fermentate that, and that's where we get rum.
But no, so that makes more sense than why the Caribbean, like coming out of Caribbean.
Is it Caribbean or Caribbean? How do you say it?
I call it Caribbean, but I'm an old Midwesterner, so I'm probably saying it wrong.
I'm from down there, and I call it the Caribbean.
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 So the Caribbean. Let's say Caribbean.
All right.
Since our producer's getting us a head nod, like she's gonna throw something at us.
Yeah. Is this the whole Louisville thing again?
Exactly. So the Caribbean. That makes sense because you hear, like, I'm a big Blackbeard fan. We go to Ocracoke Island and we love
Blackbeard,
all that.
Like the pirate?
Yeah, the pirate and all the
Does
piracy.
He live there now?
Well, he technically yes, because he's buried there, but I don't know about living there. He doesn't have a residence. I guess it's permanent residence. But
there's like so many restaurants.
There is tons.
Every drink menu has the Blackbeard something.
Tons of it. And as a tourist, I also have multiple shirts with Blackbeard on it. But I love the whole piracy of North Carolina, and they always talk about rum on the ships.
Yeah,
like that was like,
and it's why that they were all like those ships went all over. Why particularly are that century's sailors known for just having rum?
I don't know. I don't know if they traded with it. I don't know if it was like their currency. I mean, if rum was a currency, I think I'd like to go back in time and get rid of my credit card for a bottle of rum.
Yeah. I mean, they'd have nothing to swipe it with. It would just be like they wouldn't even know what plastic was.
Hey, I tell you what, I'll give you 2 shots of rum for a cigar.
Oh, yeah, that's a good deal. They were like super hand rolled back then.
Exactly. And then you know what? You also brought up, and not that I want to go down the bad road, but you brought up diseases.
All right.
I grew up. My grandmother always said a little bit of whiskey and honey cures everything. So I wonder if a little mojito would cure everything in the Caribbean.
Oh yeah. The citrus is what will.
Is that what you got to have all this with citrus?
Yeah. Citrus. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the rum would kill anything.
I think just liquor in general, because the whiskey. Then I've heard vodka.
Now that's Russian.
Yeah.
Vodka.
Yeah. Water of life.
Well, one or something. I have been known to like my vodka.
So the cigar itself, this Camacho, this company started around 1962.
Yeah.
This is the actual guy's last name, which I thought was funny. And his first name is just like Simon Camacho.
Well, I guess it's better than calling it Simon.
That's such a badass last name. That's like an 80s villain in an action movie last name.
Why am I picturing him driving an Iraq Z convertible right now with the leather jacket, tight jeans? Oh, a mullet.
And a
mullet for sure. Definitely not a pickup truck shotgun kind of a guy. No. He's definitely a cool cat.
Simon Camacho.
Yeah, much cooler than myself.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? I think you got to be careful though when you start naming things after your last name. I don't think anybody would like the Connecticut burning stool.
Yeah. I don't know. That's got a nice name. I mean, that's a smoother name than my last name.
What?
The Connecticut Tremarchy.
Ooh, that does sound kind of cool though. Especially came from the Caribbean.
No, like to me, saying my name is me looking at a bowl of mashed potatoes.
Really?
Yeah. Tremarchy. Mashed potatoes.
I don't look at that way, but okay.
Yep.
All right. It might be the citrus.
This is citrus toffee.
It's probably the citrus. That's what I'm assuming it's the citrus.
The company is in Dominican.
Dominican, okay.
Yep. And the leaves are Dominican and Honduras.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So, okay, you know way more about the history of the New World cigars, on how during the embargo,
Yep.
all these were they people that worked there? They just got on their rafts and took the seeds over to these other islands.
From my understanding, and again, this is my understanding from what I've learned over the years, is that Cuban cigars were always handmade by your family.
Mm-hmm.
So you had, because it wasn't like you could run over to the local cigar shop.
Yeah.
There wasn't a vape shop on every corner like there is now. Yeah. So your family would have certain recipes and certain things. And so anyways, the seeds, because of the climate in Cuba, could grow amazing leaves for cigars. Much like, I think it's Tennessee and Carolinas grow great
for the tobacco.
Smoking tobacco.
Yep.
They had great leaves for cigars. At any rate, they knew that during the whole Bay of the Pigs and all that fun stuff with Kennedy, they knew that there was going to be some trade issues, and we in the U.S. happened to be one of the top consumers. Of
at the time, cigars.
Because if you think about it, Cuba was like us going to Mexico now. Like everybody vacationed in Cuba, and of course, as a good vacationer from the States, we have money, and we would be like, "Oh, hey, let's go to local John's spot and pick up some cigars." And then, I got this great guy down the corner. Well, he realized his business was going to fold, so he packed up what he could and took it over to the Dominican and Honduras, mostly Honduras, and they planted the seeds. So that's where you get a lot of their. They can't call them Cuban cigars.
No.
Because they're not true historically Cuban, but they are from the seeds.
A lot of other YouTubers that I've watched about Cuban cigars, the quality isn't as great. Like in a box of 20, maybe 3 will be of quality, where they rave about all these New World cigars from the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua and Honduras, that your whole box is quality.
We got to think of consumerism in the last 20, 30 years. Boy, that's a big word I haven't used since college. But consumerism is, if you took like folks when we were growing up, or even like me growing up and going to Cuba or going to Canada to pick up Cuban cigars, they didn't always taste the exact same, but that was okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting to get a mail order of a box of cigars to taste like this. So now with consumerism, we want everything to taste exactly the way it's supposed to out of the box every time. And so then I think that's where you're getting more mechanically.
But that, like, as much as I want to try a quality Cuban cigar, because of it, I feel like I'm going to get a secondhand or a not as well experience.
Well, I think you're going to have to find somebody that is from Cuba that knows how to do it the Cuban way. So there are some, I would love to go down to Miami strictly for, let's just do a guy's trip to Miami. It would be an experience. But we need to go down to Miami because I want to go to those cigar shops where you have the guy in the back who's rolling them from the old country.
Yeah.
Because I think that would taste a lot better than like going to our local place here in North Carolina and saying, can I get some Cuban cigars or like Cuban cigars?
Cuban-ish.
Yeah, exactly. I think it's the ish part that you're probably not liking. Much like the citrus.
This is good.
This is very good. And actually, I have to admit, and for those watching, a little coconut rum in your mojito, I think I'm going to start being the weird guy at the bar. I'm like, can you hit me with a dash of coconut, please?
Yeah. And for those of you out there who want to try this, I will definitely put what I put in it up on the video.
Call that a recipe.
Yeah, the recipe. I'll put the recipe up on the video.
Now, why can you say recipe, but you can't say half the words with M's in it?
I don't know. I have an M block today.
Is that what it is?
Yes.
I think what we're going to really have tonight is, here's a pro tip. I think we need coasters next time.
Yeah, we're used to the bourbon.
Yeah, these are definitely going to sweat more than a bourbon glass. I can't imagine a bourbon sweating much.
No.
But we might get in trouble with the rings from the boss.
It's all right.
It's all
That's
right?
what this table's for.
Well, there you go. Then I will circle it up then.
Mm.
Perfect.
What are your top 3 cigars?
Ooh, that's a hard question to answer. I really like, these are good. These are definitely my top. My brother got a number 9, which are really good. I like those.
Okay, well, who makes?
I don't know. I have to get you some information on that. And I like a good McAdoo and kind of those. I'm more of like, I don't know the names. I just know what they look like.
Gotcha.
Because I'm one of those guys, honestly, when I go into a like a cigar shop and I see the older guy, older than me, right? I figure he's more experienced than I am, right? So
you stalk him like a
I
creeper?
kind of do. I'm kind of that creeper that's like, hey, what do you like out of this? Because I'm always saying, hey, I like to try different things. That's what I like. And then, but I did have a creepy guy come to me a couple months ago and say, oh, you like them big and dark. And I didn't know how to take that.
Yeah.
I was like, talking about cigars.
That's a little awkward.
I know, right? I was like, it would be an awkward situation, not me.
Do go on.
Clearly, I was not the awkward one in that conversation.
But you generally like the Churchill style.
I do. I do like the bigger style.
Fun fact. Churchill favored Romeo and Julieta cigars. So much so that they came up with the Churchill size cigar.
No way.
Yeah, that's how we have it. Yep.
Now, I would like to find a real Romeo and Juliet. And I say real, I mean, they're all Romeo and Juliets. But you find Romeo and Juliets right now so commercialized that you find them in grocery stores. Yeah. Then I have a hard time walking into
the humidor and getting
exactly because I'm like, am I getting a Kroger brand or am I getting a real brand? I really want to. I
do need to try one from the humidor and not one from the grocery store.
Right.
See what the difference is. Because when I started, I would start with those because you get them at the grocery store.
Yeah.
But now that we've been experimenting with a lot of different cigars, my palate is really expanded.
Yes. Yes. And that's where I'm starting to really branch out and really like cigars a lot. Now, for me, when I got started with them was, again, we'd go over to Canada and you could get Cubans. And so we would go, one person would stand in line while getting into the dance club and 2 would walk over and get drinks and 2 would walk over and get Cuban cigars and we could stand in line and then we were all like,
get into the club.
No, we'd all get in the club and we would all sit in the club. But see, then you could smoke inside the club. So we'd all we thought we were cooler than we were at 19 as we're sitting there with our beer smoking cigars. Even though we were poor.
Yeah.
Were the Cubans better? Do you remember them being better?
They were really good. The Cubans were very, very good because I think they were hand rolled and brought over. They weren't like make believe. They were really good. And also we're talking 92, 93, so kind of older too. So I liked it.
You favor the Gurkhas as well.
I do like the Gurkha.
Yeah. That Ghost Exorcist was pretty good that we tried.
I still want to try that one that you got to peel off.
Oh, the Leaf by Oscar is by far my top cigar. That Toro Fuentes Añejo is my second. And I think the Banker.
The Banker was good. And you know what? I've actually really started to really enjoy the Brick House. Thanks to Jason for that little find. I think I have, and which I did not realize, but that was one of the top rated cigars in 2024.
Yeah.
It's by far my top rated cigar in 2025. So not that clearly number 5 on the list matters anything, but my list doesn't matter. But I think it's a great cigar.
Another thing that I noticed more is when we were starting this channel, I was looking for cigars that had more of an old-fashioned name, like a Toro Fuentes.
Oh, yes.
And, and you look and you see these that are called like Punch.
Yeah.
But
Punch is really old.
Yeah. They're actually one of the Cuban...
First ones to go over.
Yeah, but Cuba, the government owns more percentage of the cigar companies.
Really?
In Cuba, yes.
I did not know that.
And the cigar companies select certain cigar companies to represent them, and Punch is one of them.
Really?
Yes.
I'm learning something more. Well, you're better than ChatGPT. You know, I wonder if like hurricanes and weather can do anything with the leaves.
That year's,
Especially in Cuba.
Yeah. You know what, Jason, with all his free time sitting on the beach right now,
yeah,
perhaps maybe he could actually be productive and maybe look that up. Like,
Yeah.
you know, if the high winds or bad weather, you know, clearly he might be enjoying a cigar on the beach right now and doing absolutely nothing.
And those islands, they are the first to get hit and renovated by hurricanes every
They
year.
are. And I like to think, you know, here in North Carolina or even Florida, we get them bad, but we don't get nearly the way they do.
No, they're like the ones that stop
Mm-hmm.
the strength of the hurricane before it hits us.
And you know what? It's funny being a Midwesterner living in the, I guess you'd consider this the South, but I always call it the Southeast, but South. I never understood the side between a dirty side and a clean side of a hurricane.
The
Eastern side's a dirty side, right?
Yes, because the wind is pushing in
Yes.
and everything. So when you get the eye, which is really awkward and calm, and you look up and the sky is clear.
Blue. I've felt that one time here.
And then all of a sudden the other side, and it's blowing it back.
Yes. So my family, when we first moved here, they said, what's a tropical storm and a hurricane like? And I said, well, the best way I could describe it to Midwestern and Michiganders is, first of all, there's two things. One is a thunderstorm you see in like 10 minutes. Oh, look, there's a storm over there and it's coming this way. But it's gone in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
A hurricane, every citizen in the Southeast becomes a meteorologist overnight.
Oh yeah.
And for 10 days we're tracking this thing as if we have any equipment to track, and like we have no meteorology equipment whatsoever.
There's a drinking game for every meteorologist to say, just hunker down.
Exactly. And then I said, but imagine a thunderstorm that lasts for 4 hours instead of 10 minutes. And I said, that is the best way I can describe a hurricane. Yeah. Like, it's basically a thunderstorm that lasts for hours. And it seems like it doesn't stop.
Yeah, and then you walk out and everything's ruined.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
And I did not realize until I moved here, but pine trees sway like palm trees.
They do? Oh, I didn't know that.
And so, like, when we first met, I thought, oh my gosh, how are we ever going to survive hurricanes? Our house is surrounded by pines. But there's no limbs. It's all high. And they bend like palm trees. And so I'm like, oh, that's how they survive.
Well, now you taught me something.
Well, there you go. I too can be ChatGPT.
Yeah. Luke GPT.
The best thing about a cigar, and this is what really is, there's nothing better than sitting out on your back porch or your front porch and just relaxing.
Especially when the weather's nice and cool. Or
this is why I like a bigger cigar. This is why I like the Churchills, the longer ones. I like to chew on the end for a while.
Yeah.
And just let all the stress of the day, and it just seems like every puff just is more and more relaxing.